Let me get your reaction. Were you encouraged by what you heard the leaders say just now?
Yes, I am. But more importantly, I'm encouraged by the fact that hopefully people who have been relying on this tax deduction will still have it come January. We're talking about $1,000 to $1,500 in a person's paycheck, if they have a paycheck. And so that's good news, but let me tell you, it's not over until it's over. So we'll stay here until we get this done.
And not surprisingly, about 6 out of 10 want the tax break renewed in the polls because, as you say, it means about $1,000 in their pockets. Are you hearing a lot from your constituents about this? What are they telling you?
My constituents are saying to pass this and pass a clean bill. Don't attach riders to it. And secondly, they're asking us to extend this unemployment compensation bill, Chris. And let me tell you, I have to just tell you what the Republican Tea Party has done as it relates to their bill. They have reduced unemployment compensation from 99 weeks to 59 weeks. Secondly, they have required now as eligibility drug testing. Thirdly, they want to make people pay $20 to $25 for counseling services. This is outrageous. First of all, we have people, over 2 million people in our country who have hit 99 weeks. And so we have to go in the opposite direction. Congressman Bobby Scott and I have been working with the White House and with House and Senate leadership to try to extend by 14 weeks unemployment compensation for the, as they are called, the 99ers, because there are 2 million people who won't even be eligible if we extend this unemployment bill compensation, which we must do.
And in addition to the 99%, there's this fight over the 1%, and there are now reports that Democrats may give up their fight for a new millionaire tax to pay for that payroll tax cut. Would you be okay with that?
I don't want to give that up. I understand that we have to negotiate something to get this done, but believe you me, would not give up on fairness and some equity in our tax system. And the 1% need to be able to pay their fair share. It's been the 99% who have been losing over and over and over again. And so if they give up on the millionaire surtax, then we have to find a way to pay for it that does not hit the most vulnerable and low-income individuals. This is a national emergency. When you have people unemployed, and I have to just tell you, the Congressional Black Caucus and the Congressional Progressive Caucus held jobs tours during the summer, and we saw lines and lines and lines. Thousands of people want to work. There are only there's one job for every 4 person who wants to work, and so we have to be about creating jobs. Until we do that, we have to extend a safety net, this bridge over troubled water, and we have to make sure that people have something to survive on, and that's unemployment compensation.
You also have hanging over your head this action that needs to be taken to prevent a government shutdown. Deadline is midnight Friday. Will you go along with this new $1 trillion proposal to keep it running?
We've got to see what they're proposing, but I have to tell you, I'm on the Appropriations Committee, and many of the cuts that they have proposed are just heartless. Secondly, we never even in subcommittee and in Washington language is what you call marking up the bills. In the Labor, Health, and Human Services Subcommittee, we never even had a regular process to do that. And so they're bringing their bill forward. We have to see what's in it. But believe you me, if you look at history and what has happened over the past years since the Republican Tea Party has been in power, they want to make massive cuts. They want to freeze federal employees' pay. They want to hit the senior citizens and our children and low-income individuals in a disproportionate way. And that's just not fair. So if it's fair, if it's right, if it's just, fine. If it really attacks those who need the support of government during these very difficult times, then no, we should not do that. More and more people are falling into poverty. 1 in 3 Americans now live beneath the poverty line or near poverty line. And so we have to understand that whatever we do here, we should help those who are poor, help those who are middle income from falling into the ranks of the poor, and every policy should be about that until they figure out a way to work with us to pass the American Jobs Act and to create jobs.
Congresswoman Barbara Lee, thank you so much. A little earlier, we talked about the ceremony in Iraq with the U.S. formally shutting down the nearly 9-year war. Today's tweet of the day comes from Questlove, from Jimmy Fallon's